Yeah, thanks everyone for joining the session. So today I'm going to discuss about STP features. What is that? STP features. What are the STP features? Let me tell you one thing. Okay, you know about STP and RSTP, right? For STP, how much time it will take to converge the network?
50 seconds.
Very good. STP will take 50 seconds
50 seconds.
and RSTP will take
15 seconds.
yeah, you can say 10 to 12 or 15 seconds. Yeah,
STP will take 10-30 seconds, Nana.
no,
Only zinc, right? 15 seconds.
RSTP will take 10 to 12, almost 15 seconds. STP will take 50 seconds to converge. How many states we have in STP? First state. What is the first state?
Listening.
No, you miss the blocking state.
States blocking,
Have you forgot the
listening,
blocking
learning.
state? Yeah. So blocking state
Yes,
is
sir.
20 seconds now. If you add that 20 seconds, it will be 50. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Add the blocking state as well. Yeah. Okay. Now for 50 seconds, we have seen impact. We did a lab and we have seen, and we configure RSTP. Even though it is faster than STP, you may see one packet of loss, right? One packet, 1% of packet loss. So in real time, we should not see any packet loss. It should be 0 milliseconds. So that's the reasons we have servers. So all the servers in data centers connected to the switches. Okay, all the servers in data centers connected to the switches like this. Okay, suppose this is a server. So what server you can say? You can say, you know, let's connect like this as well. Okay, you can say this is a DHCP server. This is a Amazon web server. You can say, suppose this is Amazon company. You can say Amazon web server. Okay, now the thing is, the thing is, even though if you applied RSTP on these two switches, these are the two switches, right? In these two switches, if you apply RSTP, definitely, in case if the link goes down, so we should have a redundant path, right? Let's take a redundant switch, one more switch here like this. So to reach servers, right, you have two paths. From this PC0 to DHCP server and web server, if you want to reach, you have two paths. One is via this what switch number it is? Switch 1. Yeah, switch 1. And this is switch 2. You have via switch 1 and switch 2. Two paths we have. See, now it is still in orange. It is STP convergence. Now, all the ports in the switches will participate in STP. In case if any link goes down, all the ports in switches will participate in STP algorithm. Again, they will calculate who is root bridge, who is root port and all, right? So, suppose I'm going to explain you the real problem. So, suppose this computer trying to get IP address. So, DHCP discover message, right? DHCP discover messages will generated here, this computer broadcast message, and it will go here and it will go to server. It discovers the server. Server will, what it will do? It will, what it will do? It will offer, right? Okay. It will offer a IP address. Again, it will go like this. Now it receives a offer. Hammaya, offer is received. So what PC0 will confirm? It will generate a request now. Now, when it is sending a request packet, while it is in transit, suddenly this link went down. Suddenly this link went down. Then what will happen? Again, the STP will run, again the STP will run and it will calculate a, you know, root port, root bridge and all. So in this process, it will take 50 seconds, RSTP 12 seconds, right? In 12 seconds also, if the DHCP request packet will not go because these ports are not yet converged. These ports are not yet up now. Still they are in processing, right? If it is STP, it is blocking listening learning state. Now it is RSTP learning, learning and forwarding state. It will be in learning, right? 10 to 12 seconds. So it will wait for 10 seconds at least. Then what will happen? So the request will not go to the server, and then server is waiting. Hey, I send a offer. He did not requested anything. So what will happen? The same offer it will release to another PC. The same offer, same IP address will. It means like you gave an interview to the one company. Company will offer you while accepting it by during joining, right? In some road, road is under construction or something like that, you are not able to attend properly, I mean at the right time. So they gave offer to another person like that. Okay, same thing. So it is just an example in real time. Similarly, Amazon web server also, so many customers, millions of customers every day they access the website or app. They used to do order, right? Whatever the uh, uh, equipments or whatever it is, items, they can order it accordingly. So during that, right, if anything link goes down in their Amazon data center or wherever it is a warehouse, so if the link goes down, the servers which are connected to the switch will again recalculate it. So this port will wait for 10 to 12 seconds, you know, to forward the traffic, right? So that's the reason. So they developed a feature called Portfast. What is Portfast feature? So whatever the layer 3 devices, right? Whatever the layer 3 devices are which are connected to the switch, okay? So you can apply port fast on that ports. So on the switch in interfaces, whatever the interfaces which are connected to the layer 3 device, which are servers or computers or whatever it is, all the interfaces you can configure a port fast feature because layer 3 so if you configure a port fast feature, what it will do? It will disable the STP. It will disable the STP means there is nothing, no states. So simply directly it will be in forwarding state. Yes or no? If there is no STP, it will be directly forwarding state, right? Guys, are you getting my point?
Sir,
Right? Yeah. So yeah. So if you configure a port fast, right? There is no STP enable here. STP will be disabled, and the ports will be in forwarding state. It means that whatever the data is coming, right, directly it will forward it. In case if the link goes down, these ports, wherever the port fast is enabled, that ports will not participate in STP algorithm. So now in our organization, you may see Instagram. I mean, there are bunch of devices in the rack, right? In my Instagram page at the bottom, you can see one, image. So what is that? So there is a rack. In the rack, you will see much switches. I mean, lot of switches. You will see hell lot of switches, like 10, 11, 12, right? So you will see so many switches. So suppose any junior engineer join in your company. See, this is it. So this is a rack, right? Everyone are able to see the screen. Everyone. So
yes, sir.
Yes, bro.
this is a rack. In this rack, see there are multiple switches. Okay, you don't know which switch is connected to where. So anyhow, on this interface, you enable a port fast. So these cables are connected to the servers. So what happened? The junior engineer joined by mistakenly he in this interface, right? You enable a port fast. By mistakenly, he connected a cable which is coming from another switch layer 2 device, not from layer 3 device. Generally, in this FA0/4 interface, server or computer should be connected. But what happened? The junior engineer or someone by mistakenly the cable which is coming from another switch, right? He connected to FA0/4. Then it's a big problem. Why? If you disable the STP, if it receives any broadcast frame, right? Quickly it will forward to the all the switches and it will hang it, right? Yes or no? Topology changes will occur, and there is a lot of disturbance on your network. Okay, if there is no STP, loops will occur, right? So if any downstream device is a switch instead of L3 device, if by mistakenly if it is connected to a switch, the connection is connect, by mistakenly they connect a cable which is coming from the switch, right? So what it will do, it will generate a BPDUs, and the BPDUs will hit on this interface wherever the port fast is enabled. Okay, so wherever the port fast is enabled, right, BPDUs will hit it, and in the FA0/4, right, the BPDUs will broadcast to all the ports, and within fraction of seconds your device will go in hang state, and yeah, there is a huge network outage. Okay, there's a lot of possibilities, lot of higher amount of chance to see the loops if you enable a port fast. Then what you need to do, if you use port fast, you need to secure from BPDUs. We don't know, right, in the cable whether it is connected to a switch or router. So we need to make sure, if you use port fast, definitely you need to use BPDU guard. What do you mean by BPDU guard? In case if any junior engineer by mistakenly connected a cable which is coming from the switch, right, it will advertise BPDUs. Once it sees the BPDUs on this interface, the interface will go into error disable state. It means it will shut down the interface. Error disable state. Understood, guys, what I'm saying? So that your network will be safe. It won't hung. Only the particular interface will go shut down. Do you understood what I'm saying? Everyone.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now see here. See, I want to explain you in a practical way. Now, FA0/4, I configured a port fast. So what I am expecting on FA0/4, this Amazon web server should be connected. But instead of Amazon web server, what happened? There is a switch which is located somewhere else here. The cable which is coming from the switch, right? It is connected it on FA0/4 here. Okay, FA0/4. I enable FA port fast on an FA0/4. So what will happen? Immediately BPDUs will go here and it will shut down, right? To protect, so this switch will generate a BPDUs and send it, right? Switch will generate a BPDUs, yes or no? Switch will generate a BPDUs and it will send to here. Once it is seized, it will forward to all the ports. So you need to secure it, right? So you need to secure from BPDUs. So that's why what you need to do, you need to enable BPDU guard. What is that? BPDU guard. Okay, I enable a BPDU guard. So now it's protected. So once by mistake, if the switch is connected, the switch is generated a BPDUs and sent to here. Once this FA0/4 sees this BPDUs, it will block the BPDU. It will block the BPDU frames, and the port FA0/ will go into error disable state. Okay, to protect your switch. Understood now, everyone? Can we replicate this quickly? See, I'm on switch. Go into configuration mode. Which interface I'm enabling port fast? FA0/4. I'm entering into interface FA0/4. Everyone, please concentrate. I'm going to configure a port fast feature. Guys, these features are CCNP concepts. Okay, please, very important. In each and every enterprise architecture, they use these things. They must ask these questions. Okay, yeah. So I'm going to configuring a port fast. How you will configure? Span tree, span tree. Uh, you can see, right?
Portfast.
Port fast. It's a span tree features, right? STP features. You can just configure port fast. That's it. I just enabled it. Okay, see, it is showing warning. Hey, if you configure port fast should only be enabled on ports which are connected to the routers. I mean, edge devices. You can say simply edge devices. It's a legacy, right? So that's why it's showing switches, but it's showing edge devices. And see, loops occur a chance on the here. You can see there will be possible, STP will be disabled here. So there is a cause temporary bridging loops. So please be careful. Okay. So that's why it's saying use with caution. Okay. Now I have connected here, right? So to protect it, right, I need to configure BPDU gaurd. So span tree BPDU gaurd I need to enable. Okay. Now it is enabled, right? So what happened? By mistakenly I connected a switch here. So if you see, right, so it is sending a BPDU frames. After some time, this FA0/4 will go into error disabled state. Okay. Yeah. See, it is went to error disabled state. Yes or no? Because this switch advertise BPDUs to a switch 1, and this FA0/4 it received a BPDU guard is enabled on this interface. So I received a BPDUs. It means downstream I connected a switch instead of connecting a router, server. I connected a switch. So I received a BPDUs on this interface, and immediately BPDU guard detected that and put the interface into error disabled state, and it is administratively down now. See now, check it. Show interface FA0/4. So you may see error disabled state. The port is down, and the reason is error disabled state. You may see these issues in enterprise network. It's a very common issues. Does anyone working in enterprise network have you seen this kind of issues? Anyone in this batch? No? Okay. So yeah. So this is a very common thing. So what you need to do? You will suspect that definitely downstream there is a switch. It is advertised a BPDU. That's why it is detected. So what you need to do? You need to identify whether downstream is a switch or not. Yes, it is a switch. So what you need to do? You need to remove this cable. See, now it is shut down. Red color it is showing. You need to remove this cable. Make sure you need to connect a cable from server to FH0/4. Now it is connected to a server. So now the port will come up. It will not come up automatically. You need to bounce the port. What do you mean by bounce the port? You need to shut and unshut the port. Then only the port will come up. Otherwise, the port will be down only. See, FA0/4 is still down manually. So what you need to go, you need to enter into the FA0/4, shut and no shut. Now see, show IP interface brief. The port came up now. Everyone understand what is Portfast feature and BPDUs. And Portfast feature we can configure on trunk port as well. Okay. Yeah. Any questions? Any questions? Guys, have you understood what I'm saying? Hello? Are
సార్
you there? Everyone?
ఒకసారి టోపాలజీ ఓపెన్ చేస్తారు సార్.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah. Topology open చేశా.
ఇప్పుడు మనం పీసీ 0 నుంచి పీసీ 0 కదా ఇది. అక్కడి నుంచి పింగ్ చేస్తున్నాం కదా మనం సర్వర్‌ని అమెజాన్ సర్వర్.
నేను ఎక్కడ పింగ్ చేయట్లేదు. ఐఎమ్ జస్ట్ ఎక్స్ప్లెయినింగ్ అబౌట్ హియర్ ఓన్లీ. దిస్ పార్ట్ ఓన్లీ. ఐఎమ్ నాట్ ఇనిషియేటెడ్ ఎనీ పింగ్. ఐఎమ్ జస్ట్ టాకింగ్ అబౌట్ స్విచ్ ప్రాస్పెక్టివ్, స్విచ్ ఫీచర్స్. ఓకే.
ఓకే.
పింగ్ ఇక్కడ పింగ్
అంటే
గురించి
ఇది
పింగ్ సమస్య కాదు ఇక్కడ. ఇక్కడ ఏంటిదంటే ఇక్కడ స్విచెస్ అన్ని రిడెండెంట్ ఎన్వైరన్మెంట్ లో ఉంటే వాట్ ఇట్ విల్ డూ? It will exchange the BPDU environment, select I'm talking about STP features.
యాహ్! సార్. యాహ్! సార్. సారీ. అంటే ఇప్పుడు ఇది ఉంది కదా స్విచ్.
యా, ఇక్కడ స్విచ్ ఉంది. యా, ఇది ఉంది.
జీ అంటే ఇది ఫస్ట్ పీసీ 0 కనెక్ట్ అయింది కదా.
ఓకే, ఇదా?
సో అది
ఓకే.
స్పానింగ్ ట్రీలో ఫాలో అవుతది కదా. స్పానింగ్ ట్రీ ఇదేంటి పక్కది కూడా.
సో
సో
నువ్వు
అది ప్రాబ్లమ్ రాదు కదా.
యా, ఇది ప్రాబ్లం రాదు. సో
ఓకే. అంటే
ఎక్కడ
అది డైరెక్ట్‌గా ఎళ్ళిపోద్ది సర్వర్‌కి.
సి డైరెక్ట్ గా ఏది వెళ్ళదు బ్రదర్. సి యూ హ్యావ్ టు అండర్స్టాండ్ ద ఫీచర్స్ ఫస్ట్. ఫర్గెట్ అబౌట్ దిస్ అదర్ ఫీచర్స్. ట్రై టు
ఓకే.
అండర్స్టాండ్ దిస్
ఓకే.
థింగ్. హ్యావ్ యూ అండర్స్టాండ్ దిస్ పార్ట్?
యెస్. యాహ్!
రైట్.
యాహ్!
ఓకే.
యాహ్!
ఓకే. ప్యాకెట్ ఫ్లో యథావిధిగా ఏది కాన్ఫిగర్ చేస్తే అది ఉంటుంది. ఓకే. ఇక్కడ ఎస్టీపీ కాన్ఫిగర్ చేసావు అనుకో, ఇంత ఇదింత ఎస్టీపీ ఉంది, ఇదంతా అదర్ ఆర్ఎస్టీపీ ఉంది అనుకో, ఇట్స్ ఎ ప్రాబ్లం, రైట్? సో ఎస్టీపీ
యాహ్! యాహ్!
ఆర్ఎస్టీపీ ఉంటే ఉన్ని అవి చేయని. ఇవి ఎక్స్ట్రా ఫీచర్స్. పోర్ట్ ఫాస్ట్ ఇస్ ఎక్స్ట్రా ఫీచర్. నువ్వు ఎక్కడ ఎనేబుల్ చేసుకుంటే
ఓకే.
చేసుకో. ఎక్కడ ఎనేబుల్ చేస్తావు? బిట్వీన్ ద స్విచెస్ మధ్యలో ఎనేబుల్ చేయవు నువ్వు. ఇక్కడ ఎస్టీపీ ఆర్ ఆర్ఎస్టీపీ ఉంటుంది తప్ప ఎనేబుల్ చేయవు. ఒకవేళ ట్రంక్ పోర్ట్ కాన్ఫిగర్ చేస్తే ట్రంక్లో ఎనేబుల్ చేయొచ్చు పోర్ట్ ఫాస్ట్. పోర్ట్
అంటే నా
ఛానల్.
డౌట్ ఏంటంటే ఇక్కడ PC0 ఎవరో కస్టమర్ ఒకవేళ అమెజాన్ వెబ్ సర్వీస్‌ని చేయాలనుకుంటే ఈ 2
చేయాలనుకుంటే
స్విచెస్
నువ్వేం చేయాలి ఇక్కడ ట్రంక్
STPలో ఫాలో అవుతాయి కదా! సో,
ఎస్టీపీ.
అది నా
అందుకే
డౌట్.
నువ్వేం చేయాలి, ట్రంక్ కాన్ఫిగర్ చేసుకొని నువ్వు ఈడ ఏం చేయాలి, ఈడ కూడా పోర్ట్ ఫాస్ట్ కాన్ఫిగర్ చేసుకోవాలి ఇక్కడ కూడా. ఓకే, అంటే
ఓకే. ఓకే.
ఈ ఇంటర్ఫేస్ లో పోర్ట్ ఫాస్ట్ కాన్ఫిగర్ చేసుకోవాలి, అన్ని చోట్ల పోర్ట్ ఫాస్ట్ కాన్ఫిగర్ చేసుకోవాలి.
ఓకే. 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 అంటే
ఓకేనా?
మెయిన్ పోర్ట్స్ మనం పోర్ట్‌ఫాస్ట్ అని ఓకే సార్. ఓకే.
యా
ఐ గాట్ ఇట్.
యా
థాంక్ యూ.
సో దీన్ని పోర్ట్ ఛానల్ గా చేసుకొని యూ కెన్ కాన్ఫిగర్ ఏ పోర్ట్ ఫాస్ట్. ఎస్. సో జనరల్ గా ఏం చేస్తారంటే యూనో దే విల్ కాన్ఫిగర్ ఏ పోర్ట్ ఛానల్. అది నీకు నెక్స్ట్ చెప్తాను. పోర్ట్ ఛానల్ ఏంటంటే ఎస్టీపీ ఎస్టీపీ ఉండదు అనమాట పోర్ట్ ఛానల్లో. సో ఆ పోర్ట్ ఛానల్ని ట్రంక్ పోర్ట్లో పోర్ట్ ఫాస్ట్ కాన్ఫిగర్ చేసేస్తారు. ఓకే, యా. సో యూ హ్యావ్ టు ఎనేబుల్ పోర్ట్ ఫాస్ట్ ఇఫ్ యూ వాంట్ ఏ ఎఫెక్టివ్ కమ్యూనికేషన్. అర్థమైందా బ్రదర్ ఇప్పుడు మీకు?
సరే. యాహ్! అర్థమైంది.
యా.
యాహ్!
ఎనీవన్
గాట్
హ్యావింగ్
ఇట్.
ఎనీ క్వశ్చన్? ఎనీవన్ హ్యావింగ్ ఎనీ క్వశ్చన్స్ నౌ?
సార్ క్లియర్.
యా, everyone understood, right? Now, so okay, now if you see right, so if you see right here, what you need to do, you ఇక్కడ BPDU guard enable చేస్తే it port will shut down, right? We need to, why we need to use that? If it is shut down, the services will go down, right? So instead of BPDU guard, you can configure a BPDU filter simply. But BPDU filter feature will not support by Cisco packet tracer. It will support by GNS3 real image. Okay, this is a BPDU filter is a ఇవన్నీ CCNP concepts, so it won't support. Okay, now instead of BPDU guard, if you configure a BPDU filter, what will happen by mistake if anyone connected to the switch, right? This will generate a BPDUs and it will go to the FS0/4. Now FS0/4 receives the BPDU. However, you configure a filter. What filter will do? It will listen the traffic. It will stop it. It will filter it. So it won't allow you to enter. So that it won't impact. The interface is remain up, and if you configure a BPD filter, it won't send any BPDUs as well as it won't receive any BPDUs. Simple. This FS0/4 will not send any BPDUs, will not receive any BPDUs if you configure a BPDU filter. Understood? So the advantage of BPDU filter is the port remains up. It will not go to the error disable. It will, even though it is protecting from the loops as well. Everyone understood? Guys, I need a response, please.
యెస్ సార్. యెస్ సార్. అండర్‌స్టూడ్.
Everyone. Okay. So these are the STP features. What are the STP features? Port fast,
పోర్ట్‌ఫాస్ట్.
BPDU filter, and BPDU
What
guard.
first?
Yeah.
BPDU filter, BPDU one.
Yeah. So just configure BPDU guard only, filter it won't show you. I have provided the configuration in what is that? Uh, document as well. Okay, in our PPT document. You can just go through it. Okay. Yeah, that's all for STP features. And now, if you okay with STP features, I want to explain you what is native VLAN and what is default VLAN.
యెస్ సార్. రూట్ కార్డ్ సమ్ టాపిక్
Yeah,
హియర్.
root card is also the same thing, man. Okay, so root card, okay, I'll tell you root card. It's not a big deal, it's very simple. So who is root card here? So no, who is root port here? Root bridge. Who is root bridge out of three? Whoever ran the lower bridge ID, that is a root bridge, right? Suppose switch 2 is a root bridge. Just consider this is a root bridge. BRIDGE. Okay, this is a root bridge. So hackers can enter into your organization because what are the two broadcast packets so far you have seen? What are the by default broadcast packets you have seen? Hello, hello. What are the broadcast packets,
యెస్
guys?
సార్.
So far,
స్విచ్ విల్
broadcast.
బ్రాడ్‌కాస్ట్.
No. I'm asking packets. What are the broad types of broadcast packets by default? So many. How many you learned so far? Remember the basics here, yeah. Basics. Day 4 class. What you learn?
VLAN 1.
What do you mean by VLAN 1, man? VLAN 1, what is a VLAN 1? That's it. I'm asking what is a broadcast packet?
root bridge root bridge will
No, brother.
transfer broadcast to.
DSCP, right? DSCP packets are all are broadcast, right?
Yes.
I'm asking that thing. Okay. Same way. What is another broadcast packet? One is DSCP. All are DSCP by default broadcast packets. Now, what is another one?
ARPs.
Very good. ARP. ARP is a broadcast packet, right? So these broadcast packets, when you do broadcast, with the hacker is enter into your network, he will respond it. Or what will do, it will identify a MAC address. Hacker will give you a fake MAC address. Okay. And DHCP, hacker, join your network, he created a server and he will start releasing IP addresses. Now all your computers having hacker IP addresses. Then all computers are, he knows what is the IPs of your computers. Now he can able to see each and everything in your computer. So that is called snooping. So that is a different concept, but
Sniffing and snooping, sir.
yeah. So the thing is what you need to do. So anyone can enter into your network and do some topology changes and all. So root bridge can change anytime. So one link goes down, right? STP will again calculate it and elect the root bridge generally. Either STP or RSTP, whatever. They'll quickly calculate it and enable, identify the root bridge. So suppose if any wrong person entered and he connected with the switch, right? So he's saying he configured root bridge as, if you want to configure a root bridge priority, right? He will configure a priority as just 1024. It means very less. So that what will happen? Hacker switch will be the root bridge. He has more control. So to protect your root bridge, it means already root bridge is calculated in your network and you don't want to switch this root bridge role. So switch 2 will be the root bridge permanently. You want to protect it. You want to protect as switch 2 as root bridge, right? So on these interfaces, you can enable a root guard. What is that root guard? So if you enable a root guard here, right, on FA0/2 here, and here. If you enable a root guard on these if you enable a root guard on these two interfaces, what will happen? If someone send a BPDU with lesser with lower bridge ID. If any BPDU will send with lower bridge ID, right? If it is send a lower bridge ID immediately, the root bridge will change, right? But what will happen? You configure a root guard. So even though you send a lower bridge ID, this interface won't listen it. Okay. So it is saying that, hey, I received a lower bridge ID. This guy is saying that I want to change to another role from root bridge to another role. So it won't agree it because you protected your interface. Don't accept any BPDU with lower bridge ID. So by configuring root guard, if anyone coming to you saying that I have the lower bridge ID, they won't allow. So the port will go in inconsistent state. So they won't allow it. Okay. Understood? So you're protecting your root bridge, so your topology remains same. Understood, brother? Root guard. Hello?
Yes,
Root
sir.
root
ఒకవేళ మనం
guard.
నిజంగా
Yeah.
This will
root
use
bridge
when someone is doing hacking, right?
Yes. Someone is doing hacking in the sense like someone is trying to announce himself as I'm the root guard. Someone is trying to announcing sending lower bridge ID. Yeah, you can say simply. But more specifically, mention that lower bridge ID. So if I receive any BPD with lower bridge ID, it will protect. It won't change it. Yeah. Yeah, brother, you're asking something?
ఒకవేళ ఆ స్విచ్ ఒకవేళ రియల్ గా డౌన్ అయ్యి మనమే ఒకవేళ వేరే స్విచ్ ని రూట్ కార్డ్ అంటే రూట్ బ్రిడ్జ్ లో చేద్దాం అనుకుంటే ఏమైనా
సో
సొల్యూషన్ ఉందా దానికి?
ఇంకేముంది ఇది ఈ ఈ ఈ రూట్ బ్రిడ్జ్ డౌన్ అయిపోయింది. డౌన్ అయిపోయింది కాబట్టి ఇంటర్ఫేస్ కూడా డౌన్ ఉంటుంది. దానికి ఏం సొల్యూషన్? సో మళ్ళీ ఇమీడియట్గా ఇది డౌన్ అవుతుంది కాబట్టి ఈ రెండు ఇంటర్ఫేసెస్ దే విల్ క్యాలిక్యులేట్ ఎస్టీపీ. ఈ రెండిట్లో ఎవరో ఒకరు రూట్ గార్డ్ అవుతారు. Ante, simple.
So at that scenario also the attacker will come, right?
Sorry, what is that? In this scenario also?
Hacker will enter into a network, right? By
So,
sending lower widget.
yeah, but you know, right? This root bridge went down, this switch 2 went down. You cannot keep this device down for longer time, right? You will troubleshoot and bring up, right? Yes or no?
Okay, okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So, or else if you want to protect within the time also, you need to log in and protect. Configure your root guard on these two interfaces to protect your root
Yeah.
bridge. If simple,
Yes,
if you want
yes.
to protect your root bridge, protect your root guard. That's it. Okay,
Okay.
as simple as that. Yeah. Okay, these all are STP features, and I would like to tell you one more thing: the port security. See, the thing is, there is a switch. Switch is having multiple ports, right? Anyone can connect to this switch. Yes or no? Any unauthorized person can connect to the switch, and he can access
Yes,
the
yes.
internet. So what you need to do, you need to protect your interface. So enable config terminal. There are three ways. In interview, they will ask you because everyone is playing with these features. That's why they're trying to ask you. So for interview purpose, I'm telling you. Okay. So no one can go to the server room and connect the switch and access the internet, right? Even though it is outside, right? It is top of the rack. You have a lock for it. So initially it is not possible, but anyhow it's a feature, right? I'm telling you. See, it's a interface FA 0/3. Okay, so here, so you can, there are three things you can secure your this port. It means FA 0/3. If you want to allow, this is a MAC address, right? What is the MAC address of this PC3? If you go here, uh, 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 okay, one second. What is the MAC address of this PC3? Okay, physical address. So this is the MAC address 77C, right? What you can do, you have to what you can do, you need to only allow this PC. It means you can map with this MAC address. See, generally you have a MAC address table, right? Switch have a MAC address table, right? What is that? Show MAC address table. You can see
Understand.
FH0/3. FH0/3 will learn the MAC address. Currently I did not initiated any ping right here. So that's why it is ARP is not generated and it is not learning. Generally, FH0/3 interface will learn a MAC address. Okay. So what if you want to connect only this computer, you can map with your MAC address. You can secure with your, so no other computers can connect to that interface. Okay. So how you can do that? Simple. Interface FA 0/3. So there is a thing, security. Okay. Switch port. Okay, use switch port. Security, do you have protected, right? You have to, let's see, if you give protected switch port security is here, right? Yes, here port security, and there are three things here. Okay, if you configure a violation, right, it is a security mode. Port security violation, let's see what is this. Okay, violation, and this is it. If you want to protect this port, right, if someone is trying to connect it, right, it will show you it's a violation, you should not connect it. So no one can access, no one can connect and use this interface. Okay, if you can give a restrict, you can give a restrict mode. You can give a shutdown mode. If anyone trying to connect it, right, it will automatically shut down. Okay, this is port security feature in violation method. And if you see, right, if you want to map with particular MAC address, just map it here, MAC address, and type, give a MAC address. Okay, you can map with particular MAC address so that only PC3 can connect to this interface, or else there is a sticky. This sticky feature, whoever is connected to this interface for the first time, right, it will earn a MAC address. So it will stick with that MAC address and no other computers will not allow in this interface. Okay, with MAC address, you can give a manually the MAC address if you want to allow the device MAC address. Okay, or else give a sticky. Whoever is connecting for the first time on this interface, it will learn the MAC address so that the MAC address will be sticked automatically. No one can, connect it to that port. If you want to remove it and you can use it. Okay, understood? So port security, MAC address, sticky, and violation is there. Okay, yeah, these are the features. Okay, so these are the all switching STP features commonly they asked in interview. And now I would like to explain you the important and confusing concept is what is default VLAN and native VLAN. Very, very important. So what is default VLAN, guys? Can you please tell me what is default VLAN? Right? Default
One sir.
VLAN is one, right? By default VLAN one is a, so all the ports are belongs to VLAN one. Okay. Now you know default VLAN. No need to explain. Now what is native VLAN? I'll tell you. Now I have configured trunk here. Okay. See, switch port show interface trunk, right? So how many ports are trunk? FS0/2. This belongs to trunk port. Okay. Whatever it is, FS0/2. It is a trunk port. So in the trunk port, okay. So listen carefully. This is very, very, very confusion topic. What is native VLAN is very simple. So everyone knows default VLAN is a one, right? So
One.
hacker also knows, right? So that's why what organizations will do? Organizations will disable the VLAN one. Is it clear? Organizations will disable the VLAN one because if any unauthorized person will come and he can manipulate the things. So that's why they will disable the known VLAN, default VLAN called VLAN one. Okay. Now what we'll do? See, what are the common resources we are using? So this is in one floor, this in one floor, and this is in another floor. We can say, okay, this is first floor, this is second floor. In your company, this is first floor, and this is second floor. In first floor only you have admin room. In the admin room you have a switch, and in your entire building you have only one network printer. Network printer in the sense printer is also having a IP address. If you assign a IP address, same IP in the same network IP address, you can print a network. You can print it. You can give a printing. Okay. Not only printing, IP phone. Okay. Let's take it here. IP phone and printer. Let's take a printer here. Yeah. These two are here. Okay. Printer and IP phone. So these are the common services, right? So what you can do, you are going to connect to the switch simply. Okay. IP phone is connected as well as printer is connected. So IP phone in the sense, IP phones only is a, I only understand IP addresses, not VLANs and tags and other things. Okay, now this is PC3. Second floor person would like to talk to you, okay, over the voice traffic, as well as he would like to give a print. Okay, so it's a common features. How many computers are here? The first floor, second floor, everywhere, right? So it's a common feature here. Now you need to do one thing here. Okay, so this is a trunk port. So all these commonly used networking devices you will put in one VLAN. You can say VLAN 100. Okay, put in VLAN 100. Okay, so if any data comes, right, only VLAN 100 traffic will, if any data comes, it will tag a VLAN 100 and it will go to the trunk port. Other side also you should have a VLAN 100. Yes or no? Yes or no? Right?
Yes,
So it
sir.
means only VLAN 100 computers only access the IP phone and printer. But what about other VLAN computers, right? So now native VLAN comes to the picture. Whatever the common networking devices which are in the VLAN 100, right? In trunk port, you will configure a native VLAN 100 where you will configure both the sides. You will configure on switch 0 as well as here in this switch, both the switches. So if you configure a native VLAN, how it will behave? Simple. If it is a trunk port, what it will do? Whatever the data it arrives, right? It will, trunk port will allow the tagged frames. Yes or no? Hello? Yes or no? So
Yes,
suppose
sir. Yes, sir. Target
in
frames.
yeah, in
Yes,
real
sir.
times, in real time. Here also I'm configuring native VLAN 1, native VLAN 100. Okay, native. Okay, both the sides I should configure native VLAN 100. Otherwise, native VLAN mismatch will come. It's not a mandatory thing. It's up to you. Okay. So see now, this is also, this computers also, you can say native VLAN. Here you can say these all computers are VLAN 100, VLAN 200, something different VLANs. Okay. Now here native VLAN I have configured as a 200. See, I'm explaining the concept. Okay. This, everyone please focus here. This computer 3 trying to access a printer. Okay. Generally what will happen without native VLAN? It will it will generate a packet, right? Some packet. Okay. Just destination is printer IP address. Okay. So something like this, printer only. It will generate a packet. It will go on VLAN 20 here. Okay. VLAN 20. It's in VLAN 20, right? What will happen? This packet will tag a VLAN 20, right? And this VLAN 20 will go in trunk. So what trunk will do? What trunk will do? Trunk will carry the tagged frames and send to this switch. This switch receives this packet VLAN 20. Whoever is VLAN 20, it will send to that interfaces. While sending out, it will send the empty packet, right? It means it will communicate to this PC2. I want to communicate what? I want to communicate this IP phone or
VLAN 100.
printer. Yeah, VLAN 100. But the traffic is going to VLAN 20, right? So what will happen now? Here in the trunk port, I'm going to do that here native VLAN 20. Okay. What is that? Native VLAN 20 here. Here I already configured. I'm going to do that native VLAN 20. Okay. If I configure native VLAN 20 here, what will happen? Where is the packet now? Here. Now the packet will come here. It will tag VLAN 20. Now it will go to the trunk port. Now in the trunk port, it will check, is there any native VLAN configured? Yes, I have configured a native VLAN 20. It means whatever the VLAN 20 tagged frames coming here, right? What you configure a native VLAN. So what will work? It will work as an access port. It means it will just remove the tag. Simple. It will send a empty packet to the other switch. Understood everyone? Native VLAN means native VLAN you have to configure on trunk port only. So whatever the VLAN you configured as a native VLAN, right, in the trunk port, it will remove the respective tag and send only empty packet to the other switch. Everyone understood? Hello,
Yes, sir. Yes.
everyone. So again, I'm telling you, PC3 sending a packet to switch 1, switch 1, this interface FS0/1, this is belongs to VLAN 20. So what it will do? It will send to trunk port, right? Trunk port loaded this, and the trunk port you configure in native VLAN 20, right? That's why it will remove the, generally trunk port will carry the tagged frames only, but now you configure native VLAN 20, so it will send a untagged frame, empty frame it will send to switch. Now on the receiver end, whatever the empty packet it is receiving, right? For all the empty packets, it will tag a native VLAN 100. Here what you configured? You configured a native VLAN 100 here. So for receiving empty packets, while sending, it will untag the frame and send it. For receiving, right? Whatever the empty packet it is receiving. So whatever the native VLAN you configure on the trunk, right? That VLAN number ID, it will attach it here. Attach it. And what is that? VLAN 100, right? It is VLAN 100 will tag it here on this interface in the trunk port. Now it will broadcast to all the VLAN 100 interfaces. How many VLAN 100 interfaces we are having here, right? This. Now, while sending, these are the access ports, right? While sending out, it will send a, it will remove a tag and send to packet to printer. Now you understood what is native VLAN. So simple. While sending out, if you configure a native VLAN 20, it will untag it, send the empty frame. And other side, in the trunk port, you configure native VLAN 100, right? If it receives any empty packet, it will tag that VLAN and send to all the VLAN interfaces. And sending out, it's a normal procedure. Untag it and send it. Simple. So native VLAN in the sense, in the trunk port, while sending it will untag. Other side, when it is receiving, it will tag the native VLAN. That's it. I hope you understand.
Yes, sir.
Everyone.
Sir, but
Yeah.
PC3 sends some packet to PC2. Will it, both are in VLAN 20, right?
Sorry.
Will it send?
Yeah. So
PC3 is in VLAN 20.
now you need to configure here VLAN 100 this. Okay. It will send to here as well. Right. So these are data. It will go to here VLAN 20. So in the it will add trunk VLAN 20 tag. Okay. Now here it is VLAN 20 is a native VLAN. Send the empty data, and whatever the empty data it is receiving, it is adding a VLAN 10, VLAN 100 here. Right. Now all the it will send the data to all the VLAN 100 interfaces. How many VLAN 100 interfaces here? Phone, printer, and this is also. Right. So phone printer will not respond it because destination is different. So we are sending data to here, right? While sending a data to here, it will untag it, send a empty data to here. In this data, the destination IP address is 100.1, it will respond it. Okay? Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. You need to create, according to your requirement. Okay, in real time for IP phone, they used to do that to separate voice traffic and data, voice and data. To separate voice and data, they use native VLAN. So that's all for the interview questions. Okay, yeah. If you don't configure
Yes, sir.
any VLAN as a native VLAN, by default VLAN is a native VLAN. Understood? Now I did not configure any VLAN as a native VLAN, right? See, show interface trunk. What will happen? By default, native VLAN will be 1. Why? Because other devices are not belongs to any broadcast domain. They have to exchange everything through empty packets only. It will by default it will choose native VLAN as a 1 because we have VLAN 1 also there, right? So that's why hackers knows this default VLAN. So they will play with this default VLAN in our organization. That's why they will disable this native default VLAN. Okay. Yeah. So that's all for today. So we have completed everything. you know Let me open a mm, mm, one second. Switching, right? LAN technologies. So
సార్
we, yeah అమ్మా. Yeah, చెప్పండమ్మా. చెప్పండమ్మా. Hello. Hello.
Yeah, disconnect అయినట్టున్నారు.
Yeah. Okay. So we discussed all these features: trunk port, access port, now default VLAN, native VLAN, STP, RSTP. Okay.
ఎంటీ ప్యాకెట్ పంపిస్తుంది కదా సార్, వినిపిస్తుందా?
ఇప్పుడు
హలో
వినిపిస్తుందమ్మా. ఇప్పుడు వచ్చారు మీరు
హలో
లైవ్ లోకి. హలో అమ్మా. యా, ఐ కెన్
హలో
హియర్ యూ. యా, ఐ కెన్ హియర్ యూ. ఐ కెన్ హియర్ యూ. అందరికి వినిపిస్తున్నాయి నా మాటలు?
వినిపిస్తుంది
యా
సార్. ఆమె disconnect.
యాక్చువల్ గా మీరు PC3 నుంచి అంటే ప్రింటర్ కి కనెక్ట్ అవడానికి మీరు నేటివ్ VLAN ని అప్లై చేసి
ఉమ్, చెప్పండమ్మా.
ఇప్పుడు వినిపిస్తుందా సార్?
యా వినిపిస్తుందమ్మా, అడగండి.
హలో సార్, మీరు PC3 నుంచి
మ్హూ.
ప్రింటర్ కి కనెక్ట్ అయ్యేటప్పుడు నేటివ్ VLAN ని మీరు అక్కడ కాన్ఫిగర్ చేశారు కాబట్టి అది అన్ట్యాగ్ చేయకుండా డైరెక్ట్ గా ఎంటీ ప్యాకెట్ ని వేరే స్విచ్ కి పంపిస్తుంది కదా సార్ అక్కడ
అన్ట్యాగ్
ప్రింటర్
అంటే
ఏదైతే కనెక్ట్ అయిందో.
అన్ట్యాగ్ అంటేనే ఎంటీ ఫ్రేమ్ అన్న. ఎంటీ ఫ్రేమ్ అని అమ్మా. ఓకేనా? యా, మీరు చెప్పింది కరెక్టే. అన్ట్యాగ్ చేసి
ఓకే.
పంపిస్తుంది.
సో
మీకు
ఇన్ బిట్వీన్ అది ప్రింటర్ అది హలో
యా వింటున్నా, చెప్పండి.
సో ప్రింటర్ ఏ స్విచ్ కి అయితే కనెక్ట్ అయిందో ఇక్కడ నేటివ్ VLAN ఇక్కడ వెళ్ళే ముందుగా ఒకవేళ కనెక్షన్ అబౌట్ అయితే అది ఎలా మళ్ళీ రీఫ్రెష్ చేసుకొని అది అక్కడికి కనెక్ట్ అవ్వాలని తెలిసింది.
మా నీ వాయిస్ బ్రేక్ అవుతుంది. ఐ డిడెంట్ అండర్స్టాండ్ ఏ సింగిల్ వర్డ్. మధ్యలో రీఫ్రెష్ అనేది వినిపించింది, తర్వాత బ్రేక్ అయింది వాయిస్. సో ఫర్గెట్ అబౌట్ ది స్విచెస్ అండ్ ఆల్. ఈ
సార్
కంప్యూటర్
ఇది
ఈజ్
క్లియర్.
అమ్మా ఒక నిమిషం.
హలో,
మీ సైడ్ ఇంటర్నెట్ కనెక్షన్ సరిగా లేనట్టుంది. యువర్ వాయిస్ ఈజ్ నాట్ ఏబుల్
అయిపోయింది
టు.
సార్. యా సార్, ఇప్పుడు PC3 నుంచి స్విచ్కి వెళ్ళింది F04కి. మధ్యలో ఏదైనా కట్ అయితే ఎలాగా కమ్యూనికేట్ అవుద్ది ప్రింటర్కి అని చెప్పి ఆమె అడుగుతున్నట్టున్నారు నాకు తెలుసు.
అంతేనా అమ్మా? కనెక్షన్ సింపుల్. కనెక్షన్ లాస్ అయితే ఇట్ హ్యాస్ అనదర్ పాత్ రైట్, యాజ్ యూజువల్. ఓకే, ఆ ప్రాసెస్ బ్యాక్ ఎండ్ ప్రాసెస్ అది రన్
అంతే
అవుతుంది.
సార్.
యా యా కనెక్షన్ కట్ అయింది అనుకో, సో ఇట్ విల్ గో టు ద అనదర్ పాత్. అందుకే ఈ పోర్ట్స్ కూడా ట్రంక్ చేసేసుకుంటారు అందరు. ఓకే, యా అన్ని ట్రంక్స్ లోనే ఉంటాయి ఇన్ రియల్ టైమ్. సో ఇట్ విల్ టేక్ అనదర్ పాత్ మా. ఇట్ హ్యాస్ మల్టిపుల్ పాత్స్ రైట్స్ హియర్. ఒకవేళ ఈ లింక్ కట్
ఓకే
అయింది
సార్.
అనుకో, ఈ లింక్ నుంచి డేటా వెళ్తుంది అంతే. సో ఇన్ రియల్ టైంలో యూ హ్యావ్ టు కాన్ఫిగర్ ఏ ట్రంక్. యా రిడెండెన్సీ కంపల్సరీగా ఉంటుంది. ఎస్, దట్స్ కరెక్ట్ మా. అండ్ ఇట్ విల్ టేక్ అనదర్ పాత్. ఓకే, ఎనీ క్వశ్చన్స్? సో ఓన్లీ ఏం మిగిలాయంటే ఇక్కడ మనకి ఈ 3 ఈ వీటీపీ ఇప్పుడే చెప్పొచ్చు, బట్ ఐ డోంట్ వాంట్ టు. సో ఇట్స్ ఏ సింపుల్ టాపిక్. సో వీటీపీ ఇదర్ ఛానల్ ఎల్ఎల్డిపి, సిడిపి, ఎల్ఎల్డిపి అండ్ సిడిపి. ఇవి ఈ 4 రేపు చెప్పేస్తా. రేపటితో స్విచ్చింగ్ అయిపోతుంది. ఓన్లీ బీజీపీ అండ్ ఐపీసెక్ నాట్ ఈ 3 ప్రోటోకాల్స్ పెండింగ్ ఉంటాయి. బీజీపీ సిసిఎన్పి క్లాసెస్ అప్పుడు చెప్తా. ఈ నాట్ ఐపీసెక్ అనేటివి సెక్యూరిటీ సార్ కార్తిక్ సార్ చెప్తారు మీకు. ఓకే, యా ఓకే.
సార్ ఏసీఎల్స్ గురించి ఏమైనా?
యా బీజీపీ క్లాస్ లో కవర్ చేస్తా ఏసీఎల్స్ ఈ సండే. ఈ సండే ఐఎమ్ గోయింగ్ టు టీచ్ యూ ఏసీఎల్స్. ఇట్స్ ఏ స్పెషల్ టాపిక్ ఫర్ ఎవ్రీవన్. ఓకే,
ఎస్ సార్.
yeah, ACLs are very important, so I just want to take a boot camp on ACLs and route maps both. Okay, so I will involve everyone. You can join accordingly. Okay, Sunday special classes are ఏంటండి? SSH కూడా అప్పుడే SSH చెప్తా చూడండి. SSH టెల్నెట్ చెప్పను బ్రదర్, టెల్నెట్ ఈజీ.
ట్రేస్ రూట్ ఒకటి బ్యాలెన్స్
SSH ట్రేస్ రౌట్. ఓకే, SSH ట్రేస్ రౌట్, ఈ ACLs ఇవన్నీ కవర్ అవుతాయి ఒకేసారి. ఓకే, టైంని బట్టి. బట్ కంపల్సరిగా SSH ట్రేస్ రౌట్ ఈ ACLs అయితే ఈ సండే కంపల్సరిగా ప్లాన్ చేశాను. ఆల్రెడీ ప్రిపేర్ అయ్యింది. ప్రిపేర్ ఇన్ ద సెన్స్ లైక్ ఆల్రెడీ ఇన్ఫార్మ్ చేశాను అందరికి. సో అదర్ బ్యాచ్ కూడా చెప్పాలి ఏంటి ట్రేస్ రౌట్ SSH డాక్యుమెంట్ మీ దగ్గరే ఉంది, మీరు కాన్ఫిగర్ చేసుకోవచ్చు. బట్ ఐ వాంట్ టు షో యూ ద TCP ట్రాన్సాక్షన్స్ ఫ్లాగ్స్ విత్ SSH. సో యా అది చెప్తాను మీకు ఈ సండే. ఓకేనా? SSH పోర్ట్ నెంబర్ ఎంత? TCP పోర్ట్ నెంబర్ 22 కదా, రైట్? సో యా ఐ విల్ ఎక్స్ప్లెయిన్ విత్ ద సర్వీసెస్ ఆన్ దిస్ సండే 11 AM. ఓకేనా? యా don't worry, I will cover all extra topics also, even though it's not, but you can recall me. Okay, and I remember what are the things are need to be what are things are pending, right? I know. Okay, so please do labs guys. Switching is dead easy, right, compared to routing, just saying. Yeah, but the thing is these are the very difficult concepts like trunk access. Also they will ask you what is access port. You need to tell if you want to assign any port to the VLAN, right? You need to make sure
only
access port. Yeah, you need to make sure that an access port, and access port what it will do while sending out to the data, it will untag the frame. Okay, while sending out the data, it will untag the frame. But trunk port, it will send a tagged frames. That's it. Okay, understood? What is access port?
yes,
When sending out, right, it will untag the frame. Yeah, trunk port will tag it. That's it. Okay. Yeah, native VLAN is also same. If you configure any VLAN on a native VLAN, right, it will untag it, but other side it will tag it. So that's the thing. Okay, yeah, okay.
yes sir. ఇంకోటి ఏంటంటే DHCP సర్వర్ డౌన్ అయినట్టు అపీప్ అడ్రస్
Adi Windows
కాన్ఫిగర్
server,
అవుతుందా?
Adi Windows ki brother. I don't want to teach Apipa. It's a legacy. You can just go through it. Okay. Yeah, it's a
ఓకే, థ్యాంక్ యూ.
legacy. As that is a Windows feature. Okay. So my computer trying to discover a DHCP server. In case within the time it is not able to discover, right? It will assign itself as a Apipa address. There is a Apipa address is some 169 series is there. Okay, 192,
So
169.
will it work, right? API address also work, right? In
Apip,
case
Apipa address also will work means what does it mean actually? What does it mean? Will
like
work.
DHCP is giving
So
some address and
your computer just will get a IP address. That's it. It won't work anything. Okay. So your what is that? Your device will just get a IP address and gateway. But if you don't have internet from that gateway, how it will work? So working or not working, that is a secondary. But the thing is, your system should get a IP address to interact with the nodes. So initially, if they don't find any DHCP server, they will get a IP address from Apipa. Okay, that is a legacy technology, 1980s technology. Okay, yeah, but see, still they will ask you in interview. Okay, but you can just tell them if it is unable to find a DHCP server, Apipa will comes to the picture. It will assign a IP address.
yes, sir. Yeah, actually, I got that question in ChatGPT. When
Okay,
DHCP is not find any server,
yeah.
how you fix it? Like
So what it is saying, same thing.
we need to find a people address will assign 162 something series, 160 dot something.
Okay, Apipa will work for all devices. Can you ask same thing to ChatGPT? ChatGPT will not give you accurate results also. Okay, networking
Yes, yeah,
especially.
yeah.
Okay, so be careful. Okay, don't believe everything ChatGPT. It is
Sure, sir,
only
sure.
it is only for Windows. Okay, okay. It will just self-assign the IP address 169 series, and just make sure I'm in the network. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Anything else,
Sir,
guys?
okay.
Yeah. So we are not working at desktop, right? So that's a question from desktop support engineers and server administration. We are taking care of routers and switches, though those devices will not support IPPA. Okay, it's a purely Windows feature, and
Okay, sir. Okay.
yeah. Okay, cool then. Thank you everyone. See you tomorrow.